Hey friends, it's Amy and welcome back to the final installment of the Gluebook January challenge for 2023 by Caged Fish. This will cover days 26 through 31. And for day 26 we had someone dancing, ladybug, stairs, mouth, and dragon. And I always have quite a few dragon images. I do love my magical beasties and creatures. So first of all, I'm going through because I know some of these images I think are just going to be too big, even though I really like them. But I have to work with what will fit on the page. So I'm thinking I like the stairs there that lead up into the forest. I think that fits on the page the best. I really love this ballerina dancing. I love her whole posture and her face. The rainbow stairs are really cool. I couldn't figure out how to get those to work. I love that sketch of the dragon, but he is really big. And I'm pretty sure I want to have these three images. So I have to figure out what dragon will work with these. I like putting the ballerina on the stairs. And that mouth picture is smaller than my other mouth picture. So that's why I have to go with that. The ladybugs I have to go with. They're my only ladybugs. I searched so many magazines and I could not find a picture of a ladybug. So, or real ladybug I should say. So these are little stuffed animal ladybugs that were in a World Wildlife catalog. So the glue is going down, you know it's getting serious. Let's start affixing some images to the page. I'm really curious if any of you were joining in the Gluebook January challenge and how you did with it. Did you finish it? Are you still working on it? Let me know. I'd love to check out your videos and see what your glue books look like. Alright, so we got a mouth on there. This dragon was the best fitting dragon, so I'm gonna go with that one. And I didn't like everything kind of on the left side of the page, so I'm trying to figure out where I can put that dragon to balance it out, but I thought he was kind of weird at the bottom of the page, so I'm gonna put him in the middle. And I didn't like the bottom of that mouth picture being a straight cut across, so I'm trying to figure out how I can cover that up. And I thought her dress might cover it, but then I sort of lose her foot on the stair that I like, or I would lose her hand because it would go off the page, and I really don't want to lose her hand, and I really do want to make sure her foot is on the stairs. So I figured I could cut out some of these little clouds that were on that dragon picture, and that will help me cover up that straight edge there. This one I don't exactly have a story for yet. I have a little bit of a story. I wasn't sure if this was a girl who sort of is performing. Maybe she feels like she's performing. I don't know if she actually wants to or if she feels like she has to. I haven't quite figured it out. And then I'm just going to place the ladybugs. And instead of having one, I'm going to place all three. And that will do it for that image. Next up for day 27, we have something squishy, rainbow, ocean wave, paw print, and faucet. And again, I'm kind of going through, I only have one picture of an ocean wave, so I have to make that work. Now I love this picture of an ocean wave, but it's massive. And the faucet, I also have to figure out how to make that work without covering up the wave so much that you can't actually tell it's a wave. So that was my challenge. And I've got my little squishy marshmallow. And there's the paw prints. A few days ago, I think it was in my last video, I used a paw print instead of a footprint. And I must have just, read paw print on this day, but I kind of stuck it in the last video. So I have double paw prints on my pages. And these are little paw prints. I actually took this picture the picture of those paw prints when I was out walking the other day in the snow. I think they're squirrel paw prints. They're little tiny ones that were scurrying around all over the path I was on. So let me know if you think they're squirrel ones, or if you think there's something else, let me know. There's not too much activity in the forest right now, not too many things running around, so squirrel was my best bet. So here's this little squishy marshmallow, and he's sort of maybe taking a bath in the faucet. It's got some water coming out of there. He's got the wave. I'm going to put the rainbow right over the faucet. Yeah, this one I don't have a story for either right away. Sometimes the images, I feel like they're telling me a story, and sometimes I kind of have to sit with it for a minute. But that did it with that one. So day 28, we have something made from wood, pizza, ostrich, mug, and glove. So the pizza was really throwing me off. To be honest, everything was throwing me off a bit. I loved my image of the lady with the glove. I love her glove, and I loved that picture. And the ostrich, that was my only one. Mug actually took me forever to find a mug in a magazine. I had these magazines from Christmas, and I thought for sure they'd be loaded with mugs of cocoa, and I really couldn't find any except for these ones. But I love these ones. They have little dogs on them. They were in a gift-giving section of the magazine. So I like that. I have a wooden bowl that I'm going to use, and I'm just trying to figure out how this pizza is going to work. And I decide I'm going to use the big round pizza and the slice, because it does help me kind of cover up the side over there. And this little yellow piece was actually part of the plate that the pizza slice was on, and I decided I'd throw that on too. So this one I do have a story, believe it or not. So I will tell you a bit of it before I write it. So there's this ostrich. He works at a restaurant. This lady comes in, and the ostrich sees her glove, and he is very jealous of her beautiful glove. He thinks he should have it. I don't know why, because he doesn't even have fingers, but he wants it. So he starts bringing things out of the kitchen. He's spilling drinks on her. He's bringing out the greasiest pizza and dropping it. He's trying to do everything to get her to mess up that glove so she doesn't want it, and she winds up leaving it. But does it work? You gotta wait and see. Okay, day 29, we have something that floats. Egg, fence, unicorn, that's a horse, not a unicorn, and pillow. So that's my one fence. Again, I looked in a bunch of magazines, and that was my only fence I could find, but you know what? I love it. And that's my only egg. And unicorn, I had a bunch of images, but a lot of them were too big, or I felt like if I took them away from the whole image that they were on, they sort of weren't as strong. And I lost a little bit of footage there. I'm sorry about that when I was gluing those items down. But I made a commitment here. I've got the egg, and I'm using the Naushka picture where she's on the glider. I love that. And I figured this unicorn, he's got an egg that he's hatching, or she, I don't know. They are hatching this egg, and maybe Naushka is the girl is bringing some pillows to make the unicorn more comfortable. What do you think? I added all 3 pillows because I really like those pillows. They got a lot of green, and I'm a big fan of green, so in they went. Okay, day 30, someplace you'd like to visit. So for me, that's Japan. Paintbrush, pie, purse, and chicken. So I love that picture of the Japanese garden, but I didn't really want to cut it. On the other hand, I had no problem cutting out this purse, which I loved because it has R2-D2 in it. And paintbrush, that's my only paintbrush, but you know, I'm just happy I found a paintbrush because that was tricky too. But I like that. I like the challenge. And the chickens, I liked both of my chickens. So I've got one hen that's running, and then the other hen is actually from the Legend of Zelda games, and it's like a clucking chicken. So I am figuring out what to do. If I use the image of the girls at the top of the geishas, then I sort of feel like there's just too much notebook space there, and I really wanted to cover up the page. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with that beautiful Japanese home and garden picture. I love that. I wish I could just transport myself to that location. And I'm just trying to get this on the page without having all that text. And I don't mind if the edge is messy when I rip it. That doesn't bother me. I kind of like rough edges. So I've got my story in my head as I'm working on it. Believe it or not, here we go. There's 2 chickens, and they are in charge of this beautiful bed and breakfast, Japanese style garden and home, or maybe they're in Japan. They've been told to get the room ready, bring the bags up, and it's just chaos. They are flustered, they're clucking, they're all over the place. They have dropped the luggage, things are falling out. They were supposed to bring food, they're dropping the pies everywhere. It is a disaster, but I mean, they're chickens. Final day, day 31, we have something old-fashioned, zebra, nose, pirate, and signature. So here we go. I gotta cut out a little zebra because I can't really fit all those zebras on the page. And I just love that bunny nose poking out of all that fur. I thought that was really cute. And the big old trunk, the big old suitcase, old-fashioned, love that with all the travel stickers on it. So I already have an idea for this. This one came together quick. I thought the bunny is this traveling fancy sort of person, and he's checking into his hotel. And the zebra says, we don't have your luggage. Where is it? And the rabbit says, what do you mean you don't have my luggage? It has my name on it. How could you lose it? And the zebra's like, well, I'm sorry, sir, but there are pirates staying at the hotel. Perhaps they stole it. So, I don't know. Something like that. I'll work it out. And then I'll write it down on the page next to it. But all I know is that that rabbit is very fancy. And he's traveling. And he has his signature on his luggage. So that's it. We did it. Day 26, we had someone dancing, ladybug, stairs, mouth, and dragon. For day 27, we had something squishy, rainbow, ocean wave, paw print, and faucet. For day 28, we had something made from wood, pizza, ostrich, mug, and glove. Day 29, we have something that floats, egg, fence, unicorn, and pillow. Day 30, we have someplace you'd like to visit, paintbrush, pie, purse, and chicken. And finally, day 31, something old-fashioned, zebra, nose, pirate, and signature. So that does it. We did it. I'm so happy. I am so glad I participated in this challenge. I can't wait to write the stories. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.